Okay, this is our second practical. In the last practical, we have seen the total number of practical that we are going to cover in our subject. We have also completed the practical number 1, crushing value of the aggregate. Now in this practical, we will see the impact test on the aggregate. See, all these tests are very important because these tests are required whenever you are going to visit the site or for field test. You should know how the materials of the roads are tested. It is very important to know how the material are tested. On the basis of that only, you are deciding which materials should be used on the road for the construction. So for that purpose, you need to understand clearly how the practicals are performed on the materials which are used in the highway. Okay. Thus we have seen first practical, that is, so these are the practical that we are going to cover. In that first one is the crushing value of aggregate. This practical we have completed in the last practical. Now we will move forward for the impact test on the aggregate. Okay. Then we have to also perform one more practical on aggregate, that is Los Angeles abrasion test in the aggregate. Then on bitumen there are several practicals like ductility test on bitumen, softening point test on the bitumen, penetration test on the bitumen, specific gravity test on the bitumen, and the last one is the practical on soil, that is CBR test, California bearing ratio test on the soil. These practicals we have to cover. Thus we will start with our second practical. The name of the second practical is the impact test on the aggregate. Okay, in the last practical I have told the different kinds of tests that are performed on the aggregate and the outcome of that test. Means what? For what purpose we are testing. Okay, we should know when we are testing the crushing value, what we will get. When we are testing the impact test on the aggregate, what will be the outcome. Okay, why we are performing this test. The abrasion test, why we are performing this abrasion test. Okay, the outcome of these practical that you should know. Crushing values taken for find out the strength of aggregate. The impact test to determine the impact value, that is the toughness value of the aggregate. Then abrasion test is performed on the aggregate for finding out the hardness of the aggregate. Okay, so we should know the which tests are performed for what purpose. Okay, so the impact test will start with the second test, that is the impact test on the aggregate. To evaluate the toughness of aggregate, to break down under the application of the impact and to determine the aggregate impact value of the given sample of aggregate. So see here, the main word is the toughness. You should remember this word, toughness. If you don't, if you have not written in the last practical, please write down. Crushing test is performed for finding out the strength of aggregate. Impact test of aggregate is performed to find out toughness of aggregate. Abrasion test is performed to find out hardness of the aggregate. Okay, so these are the very important words. So for impact test is performed for finding out the toughness of aggregate. Okay, so this is very important. We should know why this test is performed to find out the toughness of that particular aggregate that we are going to test. So we'll see some theory regarding that. So see, this is the instrument that we are going to use for testing the aggregate or to find out the impact value of that aggregate. Before that, we will see some introduction. The aggregate undergo the specific significant wear and tear throughout their life. Aggregate must be hard and tough enough to resist the crushing, degradation and the disintegration, and be able to transmit the load from the pavement surface to the underlying layers and eventually the substrate. Okay, so these characteristics are performed, or this role is performed by the aggregate whenever it is dealing with the pavement. Okay, when we are placing the aggregate into the pavement, it undergoes throughout its life or wear and tear. Okay, it undergoes wear and tear throughout its life. So it must be very hard to resist the wear and tear of the aggregate. So we need to also find out the degradation and disintegration of the aggregate due to the load. So for that purpose, we have to perform the certain tests on the aggregate so that we will get whether that aggregate is sustainable or capable for wear and tear, for taking that much crushing load, for taking that much degradation or integration due to the loads which is coming on the pavement. Okay, that we need to find out. Then the testing the strength of the parent rock alone does not exactly indicate the strength of the aggregate in the concrete. In the last practical only we have seen that the whatever the strength that the parent rock gives, it is not that the same strength will be given by the aggregate. Okay, it is not same like if the parent rock gives that was something x strength, then the aggregate will also give the x strength. It is not like that. Okay, the strength of the parent rock and the strength of the aggregate will be different. For this reason, assessment of the strength of aggregate are made by using the sample bulk aggregate in the standardized manner. Several tests are thus performed to assess the stability and the quality of load. The aggregate impact value test is one of such tests. The impact test is a type of quality control test for the highway pavement that is used to determine the stability of aggregate for the highway pavement construction. Okay, so there are several tests to performed to find out the quality of road. Okay, and the impact test is one of this. So this impact test is performed to determine the stability or suitability of the aggregate for use in the highway pavement, whether we are able to use that aggregate in the highway purpose or not. Depending on the impact value that aggregate will give, we will decide these aggregates are suitable for pavement or not. Okay, so for that IRC has given one table. Depending on the impact value, we will decide this type of aggregate where we should use. Okay, this is the table. It is given by the IRC. We will see that also. Before that, the principal mechanical property of the aggregate required in the any construction is satisfactory resistance to the crushing under the roller during the construction, adequate resistance to the surface abrasion under traffic. Okay, so these are the very important parameters that aggregate should have. It should have the satisfactory resistance during the construction of the road under the roller. Okay, because whenever we are constructing the road, we are giving higher load by using the rollers. So that aggregate should give the satisfactory resistance to that crushing under the roller during that construction period. Then also that aggregate should give the very sufficient resistance to the abrasion whenever there is a traffic condition. Means what? After the construction of the road, there will be the traffic condition. And for that traffic condition, that aggregate should give the adequate resistance to the abrasion of the surface. Okay, so that properties of the aggregate that should be required by the aggregate. Then the aggregate used in the road construction should be strong enough to resist the abrasion and crushing, and also the impact load. If the aggregates are weak, the stability of the pavement structure will be adversely affected. The toughness of the aggregate is its ability to resist the sudden load acting on it. The movement of the vehicle on the road sometimes gives the rise in the impact loading, which results in the breaking of the aggregate into the smaller piece. Therefore, the aggregate should have the sufficient toughness to resist their disintegration due to the impact. These characteristics of the aggregate measured by the impact value test. Okay. In the first test only, I have told that the crushing value test is performed under the gradual increased load. Okay. The crushing value test is performed under the gradual increased load, and this impact test is performed in the sudden application of load. Okay. Why this is why we are taking here the sudden load application? Because whenever we are suppose the traffic is there on the road pavement, and if we apply the sudden brakes, then it will use the sudden impact of load on the aggregate. Okay, so that aggregate should be sufficient, should have the sufficient strength to resist that sudden application of load. For that purpose, we are testing the aggregate well before for the impact loading condition. If that aggregate is sufficient or hard enough or strong enough to sustain that much impact load, then we will take that aggregate for the pavement construction. If it is not use the proper impact value for the impact load, then we will not use that aggregate for the construction of the pavement. Okay, so this is the motto behind the performing the impact test. Okay. What is the use of the impact test? Why we are using this? Because this condition arises on the road whenever there is a highly heavy traffic, and suppose any vehicle which is very loaded and it applies the sudden brake. If that vehicle applies the sudden brake, what will happen? The vehicle gets suddenly stopped, and due to that sudden load acting on that aggregate, sudden impact loading will be there on that aggregate. So that aggregate should be sufficiently strong to resist that much impact. And how will get he is strong or not for that much impact? So for that purpose, well before we are testing that aggregate before the construction only by the test known as impact value test. And whenever we are testing that aggregate, if that impact value will be sufficient, then we will use that aggregate for the pavement construction. If that impact value is not good, we are not using that aggregate for construction of the road. Okay. So how we will decide whether that much aggregate, how much impact value of that aggregate, whether we use that aggregate or not. Okay. So for that purpose, IRC has given the table which will use how much impact value we should use that aggregate for which type of road. Okay, that table also we have. We will take around that. So this is the instrument that is used for the aggregate impact test. Okay, so and this is the table which will use the how we classify the aggregate depending on the impact value. So in this test, sample of the standard aggregate is kept in the mold which is subjected to the 15 blows of the metal hammer. Weight is 14 kg, falling from the height of the 38 centimeter. It is very important. Okay. Likewise, only the very important words are there that are directly asked for the MCQ. Okay, because commonly we doesn't know that. We are only know that what after the performing the practical, you will come to know that how to perform the practical. Here knows how to give the blows by the hammer on the aggregates which is in the mold, sudden impact of that hammer. Also, you know the number of blows that we have to give, but you don't know how much the weight of that hammer. Okay, that and how much will be the standard height on from which height we will haul that hammer on the aggregate. Okay, that also we should know. The weight of the hammer is 14 kg. Okay, whatever the hammer we are using for giving the sudden impact of the load, that hammer weight is 14 kg, and that hammer is falling from the height of 38 centimeter. Okay, this is very important. The weight of hammer is 14 kg and the falling height is 38 centimeter. These are very important points. Whenever you are testing, if you know that proper how to perform the practical, then you will understand a lot of things in that. Okay, there are a lot of MCQs might be asked from the practical base on the practical basis. Okay, so the quantity of the finer material resulting from the pounding will indicate the toughness of the sample of the aggregate as per the IRC. Sorry, as per the IS 2831970, aggregate impact value is defined as the ratio of weight of the fines formed to the weight of the total sample taken for the experiment, and it is expressed in the percentage. Okay, so how you find out the aggregate impact value? It is the ratio of weight of the fine formed to the weight of the sample taken. Okay, this is taken as the aggregate impact value. Okay, that is the ratio. And how it is decided whether each aggregate is suitable for or not, that is given in the below table. The aggregate impact value gives the relative measure to resistance of the aggregate sudden shock or the impact, which is some aggregate differ from its resistance to slow compressive load. The impact value should not be less than 45%. It's very important for the aggregate for the concrete. Okay, if we that aggregate we are using for the concrete road, then that aggregate should not have the impact value less than 45%, other than the wearing force, and 30% for the concrete used in the wearing surface. Okay, when we are using the concrete as a wearing surface, what is meant by wearing surface? It is the topmost surface of the concrete. If we are using the concrete on the wearing surface, that is the topmost surface, then the impact value should not be less than 30%. And if we are using the aggregate in the concrete, which is other than the wearing surface, means what? We are using the concrete in between, not on the wearing surface. Below that is the wearing surface, means second layer, third layer. Okay. Likewise, if we are using that aggregate in the concrete, which is laid other than the wearing surface, then that aggregate crushing value should not be less than 45%. Okay, please understand this word, when the value should be less than 45% and when the impact value should be less than 30%. This is very important. When it is less than 30%, when the aggregate which are used in the concrete, and that concrete is used as the wearing surface, means topmost surface. At that time, the crushing value should be less than 30%. And if suppose the aggregate which is used in the concrete, but that concrete is laid other than the wearing surface. Okay, the concrete is laid other than the wearing surface, means the concrete is not at top, in between somewhere the concrete is used. So that for that concrete, the impact value should be at least 45%. 45%. The table shows the classification of aggregate with respect to the aggregate impact value and its limits of the aggregate impact of the different types of the road construction as suggested by the IRC Congress. IRC नुसार बघा हा टेबल दिलेला आहे आपल्याला aggregate impact व्हॅल्यूच्या बेसिस वरती. Okay, so first write down the heading. Everyone, please write down the heading. Impact test on the aggregate is very important. You should know all the tests. You should know all the tests because whenever you are visiting the site, you must know that how the aggregates are tested or how the pavement materials are tested. Impact test on the aggregate. Give the heading. Below that heading, write down. Below that heading, write down to evaluate the toughness of aggregate. To evaluate the toughness of aggregate. To evaluate the toughness of aggregate. To break down under the application of impact. To break down under the application of impact. And to determine the aggregate impact value. And to determine the aggregate impact value of the given sample of aggregate. Of the given sample of aggregate. Okay, this is the aim. This is the aim of our practical. After that, draw this diagram. This is an important diagram with the nomenclature. Draw the diagram with the nomenclature. Draw the diagram, everyone, please. Everyone, draw this diagram along with the nomenclature given there. Everyone draw this diagram. Let me know when it is completed. Completed. Okay, we'll move forward. So the most important word below this diagram, write down the weight of hammer. The weight of hammer. The weight of hammer is equal to, weight of hammer is equal to 14 kg. 14, 1/4. Weight of hammer is equal to 14 kg, and and it falling from the height of, it falling from the height of 38 centimeter. Falling from the height of 38 centimeter. Please underline the words 14 kg and 38 centimeter. These are very important. 14 kg and 38 centimeter. If they ask in the kg, it is 14 kg. If they will ask in the Newton, 14 into 9.81. Okay, how we convert kg into the Newton? 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton. So 14 into 9.81, you will get around 136, 135 answer. Okay, so that much will be the value in the Newton. Whenever you are solving the problem, whenever you are need to convert from kg to Newton, if we require the rough answer, directly multiply it by 10, because 1 kg is equal to 9.81 Newton, approximately equal to 10. When we require the rough answer, I will tell you. Okay, I am telling what? When we require the rough answer, multiply by 10. When we require accurate answer, multiply by 9.8. When we require the rough answer in the MCQ, suppose the values are given for this example only, I will tell. Okay. If the question is asked like this, how much will be the weight of hammer that is used in the aggregate impact testing machine? Okay, aggregate impact test. Okay. So if the suppose the values or the options are given as 100 kg, 138 kg, 150 kg, 200 kg. Okay. So in this option, there is a lot of difference between two values. Okay, first is 100, second is 135, third is the 150, fourth is the 200. Okay, in such a case, you directly multiply the value with the 10. 14 kg into 10, 140 Newton. Okay, so the value of for the answer which is near to the 140, okay, which is near to the 140, 136, 137 or 135, that will be your answer. In such cases, when you require to rough calculation, okay, need not to go for 14 into 9.81. That will take too much time for the calculation. Okay, if we multiply 14 by direct 10, we will get 140. Okay, 14 kg into 10 is equal to 140 Newton. And the answer which is near to the 140, 138, 137, 135, then that will be our answer. Okay. Likewise, you have to go for the rough calculation when you are solving the MCQ to save the time. Okay. Then write down this table. This is very important table. Both the tables are very important. Give the heading as classification of aggregate based on the aggregate impact value. Classification of aggregate based on the aggregate impact value. The first value is less than 10%. Less than 10% is there. By mistake, they have given 20. The first one is the less than 10% aggregate impact value. Then if the aggregate impact value is less than 10%, how the aggregates are classified? It is exceptionally strong. Means it is very strong. If it is 10 to 20%, it is strong. 20 to 30% satisfactory for the road surface. And when it is greater than 35%, this value is greater than 35%. Okay. By mistake here, less than is given. Fourth values greater than 35%. Then the aggregates are classified as weak for the road surface. Write down this table. Everyone, please write down this table. This is a very important table for MCQ point of view. Both tables are very important. Write down both the tables. These are very important tables. Complete it fast. Completed. Okay. So see here. So these values are very important one. Whenever we are using the cement concrete, see here, here also the cement concrete is there, and here also the cement concrete is there. What is the difference between these two? Whenever we are using the cement concrete as a bearing cost, that value should be less than 30. And whenever we are using the cement concrete other than the bearing course, that is suppose it is used for the base course, then that value should be less than 45%. Okay, there are two terms in this as a cement concrete. Please do not confuse. when the cement concrete is used in the wearing course, the value will be equal to 30% or less than 30%. And whenever it is used as a cement concrete for the base course, the value should be less than 45%. That two difference you should know, because for this purpose only, because the cement concrete is there for 2 times. This purpose only, they will ask the most of the times MCQ will be asked as for the cement concrete. It is confusing. Okay. So these are the IS standards codes that we are used for the aggregate testing, and the specification of that aggregate is given in this IS code. Okay, so this is all about the theory that we have to see for the impact test on the aggregate. Now we'll move forward for the pre-test. We will see what we get by the theory. Please see carefully the questions I will ask. Suggest me the answer. Which of the following test measures the toughness of the road aggregate? For the toughness of aggregate, which test we perform? Option A is the impact, B is the abrasion, C is the crushing, D is the shape test.
Impact.
Impact. Very good. We'll go with option 1. The set of sieves that are used in the experiment is, as it is not given in the theory, but we have whatever the set of sieves that we are using in the crushing test that we have seen in the first practical. Whatever the test sieve that are used in the crushing test, that same sieves are used here. What are these sieves? Which sieves we are using for the crushing test that we have seen in the first practical? You can text the answer. One has given answer as B. Another one, right? Let it be right, let it be wrong. कोणते स्यूज वापरतो आपण crushing टेस्ट मध्ये वापरल्या होत्या त्याच सेम आपण इम्पॅक्ट टेस्ट साठी वापरतो. Which shoes we have used in the crushing test? One has answer as D, another one has answer as B. One more answer as B. Okay. Okay, we will go with the majority. Let it take as answer B. Okay. 2-3% has given answer as a B. 1-2% has given as answer D. We will go with the majority as answer B. Let us see what is correct at the end. Okay. Then next question is what is the diameter of the cylindrical metal measure used in the experiment? What is the diameter of cylindrical metal? It is used in the experiment. Option A. Okay, we'll see as we will take option A. The impact value of aggregate satisfactory for the road surfacing is. For road surfacing, what should be the impact value? Satisfactory. Answer B. Okay. For satisfactory value, impact value 20-30%. Okay. Now we move forward for the next question. The aggregate impact value of the less than 45% is suitable for. If the aggregate impact value is less than 45%, it is suitable for option C, option B, another option B. Okay, majority person has given option B. We will see. Okay, you are correct. 5 out of 5. So C, it is test is used for the impact value, find out impact, and the crushing also we are using the same SIUs, 12.5 and 10 SIU for initial, and after they giving the load for finding out how much fine aggregate will be there, then we will use 2.36 SIU at the last. Okay, 75 diameter of cylinder we are using here. 20 to 30% is considered as a satisfactory. And for WBM course, we are using the aggregate impact value less than 45%. Okay, very good. Then next step is the procedure. I will explain the procedure along with the practical, that is simulation. You will see directly the simulation. So this is the instrument that we required, that is impact testing machine. Then we also required the cylinder, also require the trowel, leveling rod, balance, weighing balance. Now we'll start our practical. Step number is the coarse aggregate in the pan are measured it to the 350 gram using the weighing balance. Place the pan on the weighing balance, then tear it to 0. Then take the aggregate, approximate how much aggregate we are taking here for the experiment, 350 grams. Okay, for impact test practical, we are using the aggregate approximately 350 grams. Arrange the SIUs in the decreasing order of the size. Place the pan at the bottom and then weighted quantity of coarse aggregate. Okay, so arrange the SIUs. But here is one question. SIUs are arranged in the ascending order as. In the ascending order.
Sir, तिसरं बरोबर येतंय. Pan 10 mm 12.5.
Okay, we will see. Third option. Yes, you are right. So whatever is the order of arranging the SIU is, first we have to place the pan, then on that we have to place 10 mm SIU, and on that we have to place the 12.5 mm SIU. And in the 12.5 mm SIU, we have to pour the aggregate which we have taken for the experiment, that is sample. Okay, so after that we have to place that SIUs into the shake table. We have to tighten the screw and start the shaking table. This mechanical shaker. After the shaking, we have to take the SIUs out of that shaker, and then we have to find out how much aggregates are retained in 10 mm SIU. Okay, this is very important. We are taking the aggregate for experiment which are passing through 12.5 mm SIU and which are retained on the 10 mm SIU. Okay. Then place the cylinder, note down the empty weight of the cylinder, and this empty weight of cylinder is taken as W1. Okay, what is W1? W1 is the weight of the empty cylinder. After that, place the aggregate into the cylinder into 3 layers by the proper tamping with the 25 blows. Okay, after the tamping, make the surface as a level surface. Make the surface level. The tamping process is done to obtain the uniform compaction and to avoid the earwords. So it is true or false? Yes, we are using this compaction for, we are using done the tamping for obtaining the uniform compaction, as well as it will avoid the words. Then we'll move forward. We'll take now the second weight as W2. What is W2? See here, weight of the cylinder with the aggregates. Okay, what we have taken the W1, we have taken the W1 as the weight of empty cylinder. Weight of empty cylinder is equal to W1. Weight of cylinder with the aggregate is equal to W2. And how much it is? 2460. Okay, 2460 is the W2. Then place that aggregates into the cylinder. Then remove the hook. After that, see here, after removing hook only, you are able to do the experiment. So for that purpose, first procedure is to remove the hook, and then see here, please see carefully how the experiment is performed. Okay, likewise the blows are given. After giving blows, we have to place the pin. Okay, after the placing pin only, the handle will stay at that position only. If I don't place that key, if I remove the hands, the total assembly will goes down. Okay, and see here, the most important, we have to give the 15 blows. Okay, here we have to give the 15 blows. When we are filling the cylinder, we are giving the 25 blows, and here for the impact, we are using the 15 blows or 15 impacts we have to do, or we have to open. Place the key, and after that, take that material. For that purpose, we have to use the 2.36 mm sieve. Okay, place that material into the 2.36 mm sieve. Place that sieves into the mechanical shaker. On the sieve shaker, it will shake the sieves. After that, remove the sieves from the machine and measure how much aggregate which is passed through the 2.36 mm sieve. Okay, we have to calculate how much aggregate that is passing through 2.36 mm sieve. Here, see here, what is the question? The original weight of the aggregate. How much aggregate we have taken for the experiment?
350 grams.
350 gram. Yes, you are right. We have taken 360 mm, 350 grams. Then see how much aggregates which are passed through the 2.36. Okay, what we have done, we have taken that aggregate, we have placed it into the impact test machine. Then we have given the 15 impacts on that aggregates. After that, we have taken out that aggregate and passed through the 2.36 mm sieve. The aggregate which are passing through that 2.36 mm sieve, that aggregate we have to measure. And how much is the value? The weight of aggregate passing through the 2.36 mm sieve is W3, and that is equal to 93 grams. Okay, means what? What this indicate W3? This W3 indicates this much aggregates are get fined. Okay, or they get crushed due to the impact. This much aggregates get fined due to the impact. So see here, please write down the observation table. Everyone, please write down the observation table. Empty weight of the cylinder W1. Write down the table. Empty weight of the cylinder W1. weight of the cylinder with the aggregates W2 in grams, weight of the cylinder with the aggregates W2 in grams. Third one is the weight of aggregate passing through, weight of aggregate passing through 2.36 mmcu, 2.36 mmcu, that is W3 in grams. Write down the value. W1 is 1911.5, W2 is 2460, W3 is 93. All these values are in grams. And the formula to find out the impact tests value, W3 divided by W2 minus W1 into 100. We check the value. Two persons has given the answer 16.95. Everyone please try the answer. Everyone please try the answer. All has given answer as 16.95. Let us check. If I put 16.95, yes, it is right. Also suggest me the classification of aggregate based on the impact test value. How much is the impact value? 16.96. So how we do the classification of that aggregate?
Satisfactory for road surface.
Satisfactory. Okay, you will see. If it is less than 10%, we are saying exceptionally strong. For 10 to 20%, what we are saying is strong. I think second will be there.
स्ट्रॉंग यायला पाहिजे
तेच सांगतो.
कारण
Yeah,
सर
please.
सरफेस साठी 20% to 30% मध्ये लागतंय सॅटिस्फॅक्टरी.
Okay. Please observe the table. In the table, first table, the classification of the aggregate, it is taken as if that value is less than 10%, it is taken as exceptionally strong. If that value is 10 to 20, it is taken as strong. Okay, so answer will be as a note. Write down there. Since the impact value of aggregate is in the range of 10 to 20%, it is classified under the toughness property as strong. Right down below, since the impact value of aggregate is in the range of 10 to 20%, it is classified under the toughness property strong. Okay. So this is our second practical. We will see the post test also. By performing this practical, what we have got, what we get understood, that we'll see now. What is the depth of cylindrical metal measure used in experiment? Please try it. I think this is not given anywhere. Let us see. What is the depth of cylindrical metal? One has given answer B. What is the depth of cylindrical metal measure used in this experiment? Okay, B. Another one has given as B. You see, okay. Let us check. We will get at the end what is the right answer. What is the use of impact test? Resistance of aggregate to the load, resistance of the aggregate under loads, resistance of aggregate to the sudden impact, the resistance of aggregate to abrasion. What will be the correct answer?
Option C.
Option C. Okay. We'll see. C. Okay. All has given as option C. What should be the impact value of aggregate used in the concrete? What should be the impact value of aggregate used in the concrete? Text the answer into the chat box. One has given as answer A. If another any other answers? Only one person has a good answer. Option A, option B. Yeah, different answers are coming. So let us go with the majority. Let us see what will be the answer at end. I will take A. Which property of the material? Okay, we will see next question. Which property of material is used to resist the impact? Okay. For resisting impact, which property is responsible? Strength, durability, toughness, abrasion. For impact, C. All has given as answer C. Okay, we'll go with the answer C. Last question is the aggregate can be said as strong when the impact value is less than, very less, whether it is true or false. Aggregate can be said as strong when the impact value is less, whether it is true or false. True. Okay. All has given the answer as a true. Let us go with the answer as true. Submit. Very good. All answers are correct. Means what? It indicates you have got or you have clear idea about how to perform this practical. Okay, as we have the ample time, we will go with the next practical. There is a Los Angeles abrasion test on the aggregate. Okay, this is also very important practical. By this practical, we are came to know how much will be the hardness of the aggregate. Okay, by this practical, we are came to know the hardness of the aggregate. So give the heading as Los Angeles abrasion test on the aggregate. Next practical number 3, give the heading as Los Angeles abrasion test on the aggregate. This is also very important practical. There might be chances of asking the questions from the practical oriented in the exam. So you should know how to perform the practical, how the practicals are performed on the different or kinds of the materials that are used in the pavement. So write down the aim of the practical. Give the heading as Los Angeles abrasion test on the aggregate. Write down aim to determine the abrasion value of coarse aggregate by using Los Angeles testing machine, with the abrasive charge. Also, this is very important. They might be asked like Los Angeles testing machine is used for which test? Okay, Los Angeles testing machine is used for which test? Likewise, also question will be there. Now we will move forward for the theory. Whichever figure you feel easier, draw that figure. Simply you can draw like this, or you can draw like this. Draw the figure. Draw the rough figure, not required the accurate. You just simply come to know the idea regarding the practical. Okay, the rough idea. If you got the rough idea, if you get the rough idea, that will also draw the rough figure. Done. Okay. So see now our third practical. That is the abrasion testing on the aggregate. Okay. So regarding the introduction, there is the same way why we are going for the abrasion value, because the aggregate is very we need to test the aggregate before we are using it into the pavement, whether that aggregate is sufficient for taking the wear and tear, whatever it is happened due to the traffic conditions. So for that purpose, aggregate need to be very hard to sustain that much kind of the abrasion due to the wear and tear. Okay, so we need to test the aggregate before we are using into the road construction, because this condition is happening. If you not test the aggregate before the construction, that condition will come during the traffic. That if that aggregate is not suitable or sustainable to take that much abrasion, then there will be the failure of that pavement. So to avoid that condition, we need to test the aggregates before we are using into the pavements. Okay, so for that purpose, the another test, how to test the aggregates, there are several tests: abrasion value test, then the impact test, crushing test. Okay, we have seen the crushing and impact. Now we will see how the abrasion test is performed on the aggregate. So see here, this is the table which will use how much should be the value of aggregate abrasion value will be there for the particular type of pavements. Okay, these values are given for the particular type of the pavement. We should have the abrasion value less than these values which are provided in this table. Okay, so the aggregate used in the road construction should be strong enough to resist the abrasion and the crushing under the traffic load. Okay, whenever we are using the aggregate for the construction purpose into the pavement, then at that time the aggregate should be sustainable or sufficient to carry or strong enough to resist the abrasion and the crushing under the traffic. If the aggregates are weak, the stability of the pavement structure is adversely affected. Okay, if that aggregate is weak, then ultimately that pavement will get fail. So avoid the failure of the pavement, we should know how much strength of that aggregate is there, how much abrasion that aggregate can sustain, how much the toughness of that aggregate is there. Okay, that all characteristics of the aggregate that we need to study before we are using that aggregate into the pavement. If that aggregate is used or not a resistance to the abrasion, it may cause the permanent failure or loss of the skid resistance of the pavement. Also, poor resistance to absorption can produce excessive dust. Okay, poor resistance to the abrasion, poor resistance to the abrasion can produce the excessive dust. Abrasion test is carried out on the aggregate sample to test the hardness. It's very important. Why we are testing or doing this test? To find out the hardness property of that aggregate and to decide whether they are suitable for the different pavement construction works. Los Angeles test is widely used to test the abrasion of the aggregate, and the method has been standardized in India. The Los Angeles abrasion test finds the percentage wear due to the relative rubbing action between the aggregate and the steel walls. Okay, what we do in this test, what we do, we use the steel balls, that is also called like charge, abrasive charge. We are using the steel balls here. That steel balls are also called as abrasive charges, abrasive charge. Okay, by that using steel ball, by the regular impact of the steel ball and the on the aggregate, we are finding out the abrasion percentage value of that aggregate. How? We will see into that practical. Then the Los Angeles machine has the circular rotation drum with the length of 520 mm and the internal diameter of 700 mm. Mounted on the horizontal axis, see here like this. This is the rotating drum which rotates, and its the length is around 520 mm and the diameter is around 700 mm. Okay, internal diameter is 700 mm. An abrasion charge consists of the cast iron spherical balls of the 48 mm diameter and the weight of the 340 to 445 grams is placed in the cylinder along with the aggregates based on the selecting radar. Okay, so this is very important. We are using the abrasive charges consisting the cast iron spherical ball. This is very important. What we are using are the abrasion charges. Abrasion charge means what? We are using the cast iron balls, spherical balls of 48 mm diameter, and whose weight is 340 to 545 grams each. Okay, that steel or the cast iron balls we are using here in the cylinder along with the aggregates. These balls are called as abrasive charge. Okay, these balls are called as abrasive charge, and this abrasive charge consists cast iron spherical balls of a 48 mm diameter and weight 340 to 445 grams. Okay, write down this word abrasive charge. Write down this much. Abrasive charge consisting of this is very important. You should write abrasive charge consisting of cast iron spherical balls of a 48 mm diameter and weight 340 to 445 grams. 340 to 445 grams. Okay, so this aggregate balls which are placed into the cylinder along with the aggregates. The number of abrasive spheres varies according to the grading of the sample. Okay, this is very important. How much this spherical ball should be used? You can ask the question. What is the question? How much spherical balls that are used in this experiment? So the number of balls or the number of abrasive charges that we are using, that varies according to the grading of sample. Okay, how much number of balls that we are using, that varies depending on the grading of the sample. A grade sample we are using, B grade sample, C grade sample, D grade sample. Okay, depending on the grade of sample, that number of balls are vary. How the grades are different? How we can say this aggregate is A grade, this aggregate is B grade, this aggregate is C grade. It depends on how much size of aggregate are used in the experiment. What size of the aggregate? Sorry, what size of aggregates are used in this experiment? We will see there is one table which is given. We will see that depending on that table, we will decide the grade of aggregate, and depending on the grade of aggregate, we will decide the number of charges. Means what? Number of sphere balls that we are used. The quantity of aggregate used depends on the grading, and it usually uses from the 5 kg to 10 kg. Generally, we are using the 5 kg to 10 kg sample. It depends on the grade of aggregate that we are using, and mostly 5 grams of 5 kg aggregates are used mostly. The cylinder is taken, then locked and rotated at the speed of 30 to 33 RPM for the total 500 to 1000 revolutions, depending upon the gradation of the aggregate. After the specified the revolutions, the material passing through 1.7 mm sieve is measured and expressed as the percentage total weight of sample. This value is called as Lyapun's abrasion value. Okay, so what is done in this experiment? We are placing the aggregates and the abrasion charges, that is the steel balls, togetherly into the cylinder. Which cylinder? See here, this is the cylinder. We are placing the aggregate into this cylinder. There is one cover plate. We are removing the cover plate, placing the aggregates, then we are packing the cover plate. How to remove, how to pack, that is there into the experiment. You will see that. And after that, we are revolving the cylinder with the rate of 30 to 30 RPMs. Okay, RPM means what? Revolutions per minute. 30 to 33 revolutions per minute. We are revolving the cylinder. Okay, we are revolving the cylinder with how much speed? 30 to 33 RPM, that is revolutions per minute. 30 to 33 revolutions per minute, up to 500 to 1000 revolutions. Okay, 30 to 33 revolutions per minute, up to the revolutions 500 to 1000. Okay, means what? Here we are taking the 500 to 1000 revolutions and with the speed of 30 to 35 revolutions per minute. This much should be the speed. And the most importantly, here we are taking the material which is passing through the 1.7 mm IS sieve. Okay, in the first two experiments, we are using the sieve 2.36 mm. Understood? In the first two experiments, what we have seen, we are using the sieve 2.36 mm. But here, see, there is a difference. We are using here the sieve 1.7 mm. Okay, this is the change. It is very important. Please keep in mind. For first two experiments, after the experiment, we are using the sieve for material passing 2.36 for first two experiments. But in this experiment, the material passing through the 1.7 mm sieve is taken. And this is the table on which we are deciding what should be the abrasion value for the type of pavement. Please write down this table. Everyone, please write down this table. Depending on this table, we are deciding which type of the aggregate is used for the type of the pavement, depending on the abrasion values. The first column, type of pavement, make the second column as maximum permissible abrasion values in percentage. In the first column, type of pavements. In the second column, maximum permissible abrasion value in percentage. Write down this table. completed. Okay. Wait for another 1 minute. Let another others complete. Okay, as you have completed, you will see the pre-test on that. Okay, so see here, what is the size of sieve used in the experiment to obtain the final weight retained sample? Which sieve we are using here for the final retained sample? Find out the weight of final weight of the retained sample. A 1.7, B 1.5, C 6.0 mm, and D is the 8 mm. Okay, so which sieve we are using in the Los Angeles abrasion test? Two persons has given the answer as A. Another, any other answer? A, A, A. Okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 answer has A. All has given as answer A. So we'll go with the majority as answer A. So see here, the sieve used in this abrasion value is 1.7 mm. And for the crushing value test and for impact value, we are using 2.36 mm sieve. That also you should have to keep in your mind. Okay, then what is the maximum permissible abrasion value for the water-borne macadamism base course? WBM base course साठी कोणती घेतो आपण? What is the maximum permissible abrasion value?
Option A.
Option A. Okay, we will see. Option A. Okay. The third question is, what is the internal diameter and the length of the circular drum of the Los Angeles abrasion machine? Now only I have told that what should be the length and what should be the internal diameter of that cylinder we are using.
Option A.
Option A, very good. 700 mm length and the 520 mm diameter of that aggregate, sorry, of that cylinder we are using in the Los Angeles abrasion testing. Number of spears used in the grade B. Okay, this part we have not covered. We will see after that. We will see afterwards this question. It we not have taken this part. It is there when we are performing the test. It is there. We will see after that. Aggregates with the poor resistance to the abrasion can be produced excessive dust. Okay, what is your answer? True or false? If the aggregate has poor resistance to the abrasion, it can produce the excessive dust. True. Very good. If the aggregate is very weak, it will produce the dust. Okay, that is, as the aggregate is very weak for the abrasion, it will, when we are done this experiment on that aggregate, it will produce the more dust. If it is very much gives the good strength or good resistance towards the abrasion, it will give the less dust. Number of spheres used in the grade B. We will see this answer afterwards. Okay. So number of spheres for the grade B are 12. That we'll see when we are performing the experiment. It is there for AD grade A, how much spheres should be used for grade B, grade C, grade D, etc. Okay. So these values, our answers are correct. The very confusing part is only this first part. They are giving they will give the first option only as a 2.36. As we are very familiar with the 2.36 MMCU, you will directly click on that answer. But we should also have to read the question carefully, whether the crushing test is given or the impact test is given or the abrasion test is given. Okay. Depending on the test that we are performing, the size of aggregate varies. For abrasion and impact value test, we are using 2.36 mm. And for the abrasion test, that is LA, Los Angeles abrasion test, we are using the 1.7 mm sieve. Okay. So the procedure or the experimental setup, that is the simulation, we will see in the next practical. We will stop here only. Everyone, please mark your attendance to the chat box. Mark your attendance to the chat box, then you can leave. If you have marked your attendance, then you can leave the lecture. You can left.